Good day. Today, we are going to present our project chapter for the renovation of Toronto Public Library Albert Campbell branch. To proceed, we are discussing about the project purpose or justification. This project was given focus on five strategic priorities such as public space, public space, digital inclusion and literacy, workforce workforce development, a democratic society, and public service excellence. Actually, this link into focus on equity that correlates the strategic priorities. This focus is our commitment to understanding and breaking down barriers to access and increasing inclusion. Enablers such as partnership, modernization, and evaluation and accountability play crucial roles in facilitating the delivery of outcomes in project. For the partnership is a teamwork with other organization, both within and outside the city government, which contribute varied knowledge, resources, and viewpoints to the project taken. Other kind of partnership, such as different businesses, group, institution, can enhance what a program can offer. Actually, this refers to upgrading infrastructure, technology, and services to meet current and future needs more effectively. The purpose of the project that explains modernization are composed of digitizing collections, upgrading related IT works for improvement of user experience, and digital literacy initiatives related. Evaluation considers by determining the accurate measurement of a project can offer and procedure for weighing its result and progress. Considering those matters were essential for guaranteeing that the project achieves its target results or outcomes. And on the other hand, accountability guarantees that the resources were utilized effectively, such as parties are responsible for each of their contribution. This kind of review is routinely comparing performance to pre-established objectives, gathering input from relevant parties, and making data-driven adjustments as necessary. By incorporating these enablers into project form framework, stakeholders can effectively support the short-term, medium-term, and long-term outcomes discussed earlier. They provide the foundational and organizational support necessary for delivering transformative change in Toronto's library services, contributing to the city's overall success, resilience, and well-being. So, for the short-term outcomes can attain by the improved access to resources, utilization of the use of libraries by various categories, and involvement of the community through different library activities and programming. Well, on the other hand, medium-term outcomes typically by persistent of work in years as it results to more substantial changes. As an example, medium terms result give higher amount of community researching rates, increase the user's proficiency in terms of digital, while the long-term outcomes are more extensive. Example of it is that it leads to increase of number of users in terms of general flexibility and of its well-being communities, a workforce related that is more capable, or a reduction of social unevenness by strengthening access to resources and knowledge that the project could offer. The project intends to improve Torotonians' individual capabilities through improved library services, such as the purpose of this project and subsidize to the bigger objective of city success, flexibility, and well-being by giving importance and considering on both short and long-term consequences. This comprehensive tactic guarantee that the project advantages exceed short-term requirements and result in long-lasting constructive community changes. Now, the project objectives and related success criteria. The development of new strategic plan is an exciting opportunity for the library to be outward looking and future focused and harness the technology and innovation to drive excellent public service efficiency. Online and digital services create new possibilities for connecting and engaging users and delivering personal services. Flexible public space supports study work, collaboration, community building, and civic engagement. Consultation with resident stakeholders, including city councilor, city departments, community agencies, service-oriented staff, and Toronto Public Library Workers Union. Throughout the planning process, ensure that that the library fulfills both legislative mandate to provide responsive service and the aspirational vision to be recognized as the world's leading library, making Toronto, its residents, communities are more resilient, knowledgeable, and connected and successful. That's why we have given these six priorities at customers' point of need. Priority one, which has been mentioned a while ago, was the advancing of our digital platforms. Priority two is the breaking down barriers to access and driving inclusion. Priority three is expanding access to technology and training. Priority 4 is establishing TPL as Toronto's Center for Lifelong and Self-Directed Learning. And Priority 5, creating community connection through cultural experiences. Priority 6, transforming for the 21st century service excellence. Moving forward, the objective of this project is to be forward thinking and inclusive utilization of technology and modernization to enhance public service delivery, gazing outward and future anticipated. The project considered the future needs of every Toronto residents by anticipating what could make them beneficial, such as providing improved technologies and enhanced method and services. Second is to improve creativity and technology use, allowing users to experience and explore their personalized desires in using library by emphasizing online and enhanced digital services, such as providing virtual program and improve access to information through digital platforms. Third is adaptable public space area, providing better library ambience that facilitates a range of works, not only limited in learning, employment, teamwork, but also for civic involvement. This could help accommodate the diverse community needs nowadays. And lastly, motivated vision. That's our objective. One of the last objectives. The project strives to be identified as one of the leading library. It focuses mainly in making Toronto more known as resilient, knowledgeable, tied, as mental and successful through provided library programs. So actually this project focuses not only to satisfy current needs but also to stand itself as a leader in library service university by improving its impact on the city while beneficial to each residents.
This renovation project aims to upgrade the library facilities, enhance the accessibility, and create a more welcoming space for the community. So this involves architectural redesigns, structural upgrades, and the inclusion of culturally significant elements to honor the local indigenous community. To ensure the project runs smoothly, we have identified several key assumptions. In budget, we assume that funding will be available for the government through the city funding and managed by the library board officer. For the construction permits, we are assuming that all the necessary permits will be obtained within the stipulated time frame, including approval from the removal of the 3 culturally significant trees by the indigenous community. And for the materials, we will be expecting that they will be already available and delivered on schedule, as we will present in the next slides. Also for labor, we are stipulating that skilled labor will be available for specialized tasks such as the complex wave geometries for the ceiling on the interior of the project. And for the compliance, we have considered that the stakeholders, including the library management and the community, will support the renovation plans. Also, alongside with those assumptions, we have identified several constraints. As well for the budget, the project will stay within the allocated budget, and funding delays could impact on the schedule. For the construction permits, the permit acquisition delay could postpone the project's initiation and timeline. And for the compliance with the local building codes, safety and standards, and environmental regulatory, it's mandatory. So the project must minimize disruptions to outgoing library services, for example. Specific requirements for the indigenous community, such as the using of the removed trees for the project, should or could delay the schedule. And finding qualified labor for those specialized tasks might lead to a budget increase and time extensions as well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jefferson Castro, and today I will talk about the high-level project description and boundaries for the renovation of the Albert Campbell branch of the Toronto Public Library. This project is in Scarborough, Ontario. The goal is to modernize the library and make it more accessible and welcoming. The Albert Campbell branch is an important community space. It has served the community for many years, and now it needs an update to continue serving the people of Scarborough. The architects leading this project are the LGA Architectural Partners, and the key features of this renovation include using 25% of the back areas for public use. This helps save space and is good for the environment. By reusing existing space, we reduce the need for new construction, which is cost-effective and sustainable. We will make the library easier to access for everyone. This means redesigning the interior spaces to be more user-friendly and improve external access points. Accessibility is a top priority to ensure that all members of the community, including those with disabilities, can use the library comfortably. Adding more windows to let in natural lights is another major feature, make it more pleasant for visitors. It also reduces the need for artificial lighting, which can save energy. The renovation will also create space for events, study, and social interaction. These versatile areas will serve various community needs, from educational programs to social gatherings. By providing these spaces, the library can become a central hub for the community. Finally, we will keep and improve the building original designs. The Albert Campbell branch has a unique architectural features that we want to preserve. By enhancing these features with the modern touches, we can respect the building history while bridging into the future. The project's duration is around 36 months. The area is 2370 square meters, and the budget is 21 million. Next, I will talk about the project bundles. First, let's look at what is in scope. The renovation includes using 25% of the back areas for public uses. This means converting storage and other non-public spaces into areas that the community can use. It's a smart way to make the most of the existing building. We will redesign the exterior with modern, sustainable materials. This not only updates the look for the building, but also improves its energy efficiency. Modern materials can help insulate the building better, reducing heating and cooling costs. Installing new windows to increase natural light is another key activity. By adding more windows, we can make the interior spaces brighter. Natural light has many benefits, including improving mood and productivity. The interior will be redesigned for better accessibility and community use. This includes creating ramps, wider doorways, and other features that make the library easier to navigate. We will also create flexible spaces that can be used for different purposes, such as meetings, classes, and social events. We also use energy efficient systems to meet the 2030 Ontario goals. These include upgrading heating, cooling, and lighting systems to more efficient models. These upgrades help reduce the library's environmental footprint and save on energy costs. Finally, we will preserve and engage the building's original design. The Albert Campbell branch has a unique architectural features that give it character. We will highlight these features while adding modern elements to create a cohesive design. By knowing what is in the out of scope, we can keep the project focused and efficient. Clear boundaries help ensure that we achieve our goals without getting sidetracked by additional text. Thank you.
Okay, now let's talk about the potential issues that can be faced during the project. Let's start with budget overruns. This basically happens when the actual cost of the project goes beyond what was initially planned, probably due to unexpected expenses or inaccurate estimates. This is a significant concern for contractors and it has a high probability to occur and a high impact in the project. To keep this in check, regular budget reviews are made to control expenses and to make the necessary adjustments when they are needed, and also creating detailed budgets that can cover all potential costs, like materials, labor, and permits. And with this, it's expected to have no surprises. In addition, competitive bidding helps to get the best value for contractors and suppliers, and if something happens, there are contingency funds that can handle extra costs. Now moving to design errors, the project manager is the one who is responsible here, with the risk being medium in both probability and in the impact. To mitigate this, experienced engineers and architects are being hired and thorough design reviews are made to catch any possible issue as soon as possible. If anything does go wrong, quick communication with designers are the key to fix anything rapidly. Also, legal disputes are another potential issue. These are managed by the project manager with a medium probability but a high impact. To face this, it is very important that each control is clear and detailed about how dispute will be resolved, whether through mediation or arbitration. Also, having experienced legal experts on the field is important to manage or handle any complex legal situation. Also, there are performance issues with contractors. Though the probability is low, the impact can be medium, and the project manager is again the one who is responsible to work on this. Regular checks and tests are conducted to ensure the quality and to improve any work that doesn't meet with the standard of the projects. And finally, construction delays can be really affect the timeline. Again, the project manager is responsible here, and the risk is high in probability and in the impact. Regular inspections and design review help spot issues early, and also extra time is included in the schedule to handle minor setbacks without throwing the whole project off course. If delays do happen, it is crucial to identify the cause, whether it's design, labor issue, or another reason, and adjust accordingly and prioritizing critical tasks and relocating resources when they are needed.
In this chapter of the presentation, we are going to talking about the summary milestone schedule of the construction project and also about their impact on the progress of the project. We will explore the critical checkpoints that define the progress and success of this construction endeavor. From the project start date, each milestone represents a significant achievement and a step closer to the project's completion. These milestones not only help in planning and tracking progress, but also ensure effective communication, resource management, and quality assurance throughout the construction process. The summary milestone has been composed by 4 key phases: planning and design, reconstruction, construction, and post-construction phase. Each phase is defined by critical milestones, starting with the planning and design phase, which spans from October to November, focusing on tasks such as initial site assessment, design concept, and stakeholder approval. Then we have the pre-construction phase, and this phase follows, encompassing permits, contractor selection, and site preparation. Milestones continues with the construction phase. This phase is considered the core of the project because this is where the building takes shape, including the structural work, installations, technological systems, and finishes. And finally, the post-construction phase arrives, and this one includes the final inspections, the move-in, and the project closeout. This structured schedule ensures staying on track, meeting the deadlines for the project, and a successful project delivery. Using these visualization methods can help to ensure that everyone involved in the project is on the same page, and everyone can see how their work contributes to the overall goals, and fostering better communication, enhancing team collaboration, and enabling more effective tracking of progress. This comprehensive approach keeps the project team aligned and also helps to identify and addressing some issues promptly. Another important subject is the summary budget, which is presented in this section. Financial planning is crucial in every project because it provides a clear overview of the total funds required and how they are allocated across different phases and activities, ensuring that the resources are used efficiently. A total budget of $21.4 million is considered for this project, and this budget is strategically divided into 6 main categories to ensure comprehensive execution. The planning and design phase is allocated $2.1 million, setting the foundation for the project success. Site preparation follows with the $1.5 million, ensuring the groundwork is fittingly prepared. The distribution of the budget continues with the construction phase. An amount of 10.7 million are allocated for building construction activities. For the interior renovation and finishes, 4.3 million are assigned. This part of the budget is intended to carry out the transformations into the building as the design requires. On the other hand, we have technology and equipment, and here these activities receive 1.8 million, and landscaping are allocated with 1 million for enhancing the outdoor areas. A summary budget plays a crucial role in project management. As we can see, it helps in several areas such as resource allocation, cost control, and stakeholder communication. A well-structured summary budget is vital for every project for ensuring the successful execution and timely completion. Summary budget is not just a financial document, it is also a strategic tool that leads the entire project.
So let's take a look on our stakeholder lists. Well, we have considered the list stakeholders that you can see in this presentation. We have divided them in basic sectors as architecture, founding, the project team, but we also would like to talk a little bit of the indirect stakeholders that we are not listening here, which are like the library management and all the staff. They will be responsible for all the overseeing of the project and all the indirect and direct impact of the renovation. For example, the library patrons, that they are considered like the users of the library and they will be directly impact on the renovation. The City of Toronto officers that will provide the permits and regulations, all the founding bodies that will provide the financial support that are not listed in the slides that you can see right now. The environmental agencies, they will make sure that the compliance with all the environmental regulations will be on point. The health and safety inspectors, as we know, in every site and construction site, we will have people to ensure the project will meet the safety standards. All the local community members as well, like residents and business nearby the library, are key stakeholders for the project. All the indigenous community representatives will provide the necessary cultural and environmental approvals for this project. They are divided in the indigenous consultant and the indigenous garden design and installation. Of course, we have the architecture, interior designers, and the architecture as well, like the partnership that they form to complete and design this project, and all the engineering and consulting firms that will support all the compliance of the project as well, the contractor, manufacturers, and all the team that will be part of this project.
Okay, let's talk about the project approval requirements. Hi, my name is Brenda Cruz. Let's discuss about the project approval requirements for the Scarborough Albert Campbell Library renovation, and focusing on the project's success criteria, and how the stakeholders are involved into this approval process, and all the steps necessary to secure the project charter. First, we need to define what constitutes the project success, and success is determined by how well we meet the approved parameters. The approved parameters are set by the project management and the project manager. These key elements are the scope, the time, the money, the budget, um, all the quality resource, also the resource, and the risk. Project successful elements. Several factors have a very significant impact to the success of this renovation project. Here we can see seven factors. The first one is, the number one is on-time completion, 3 years. That means that this project, this remodeling project needs to be concluded within 3 years. And also, it's very important achieving all the milestones as outlined in the project plan is very crucial. And number two is budget adherence. The project must remain within the assigned budget without sacrificing quality. And also, it's crucial to use available resources effectively, including funds set aside from emergencies. Number three is quality and standards. The renovation should meet or exceed the required quality standards. We will also comply with all local building codes, safety regulations, and all the library standards. Number four, stakeholder satisfaction. Positive feedback from community members and library users is vital. We must ensure that the needs and expectations of all stakeholders are met. Number five, functional improvements. The remodel should enhance the library's functionality and services. We aim to introduce modern amenities and technologies to improve the user experience. Sustainability. As all we know, the environmental consideration are essentials. So we will use eco-friendly products and processes. Also, obtaining necessary green building certifications will be a priority to determine that this project will be success. And last one, the minimal disruption. Our approach will minimize interruptions to library services during all the renovations. Effective communication and contingency plans needs to be integral to all the strategy. Okay, now let's talk about who decides whether the project is successful. Determining project success involves multiple stakeholders, like number one, project sponsor. This is the local government library director from all the Toronto Public Library. Number two is committee project. This committee includes the project management team, community representatives, municipal administration, and library management. Number three, community stakeholders. In this stakeholder is important to open forums and distribute questionnaires or surveys to gather feedback from the community and all the users. And number four, Chief Financial Officer, CFO, or someone that could be equivalent. This person supervise that the project will adherence to the budget. Number five is Municipal Planning and Building Officer. The building officials. These will ensure compliance with all applicable laws and guidelines. And number 6 is a community representative. This is a member of the community advisor that ensures all the community interests that are represented. And another important is the project charter signatures. Um, let's talk about what persons are very important to sign this project charter. First, absolutely the sponsor, that is the senior government official. In this case, in this project, it has to be senior government official or library board member overseeing all the funding and all the management of the project. And number 2 is the library director, specific of this library, and this person is important to sign the project charter because he will ensure all the alignment with the library objectives. And number 3, for sure, the project manager, because this is the person that will be managing day to day, daily, the project, all the operations, and needs to be adhering with the project charter. This project charter will be his guideline. And number 4, the chair of the library board. This individual represents the government body and aligns the project with the strategic goals. And number 5, the CFO, Chief Official Officer, that is this person is responsible for the budget and all the financials oversight. Okay, lastly, let's outline the approval process for the project charter. The procedure for all the approval requirements. First, number 1, the first is the draft. This draft is created by the project manager, but also in consultation with the key stakeholders. And number 2, review and feedback. The draft is distributed for feedback among the steering committee and will be incorporate community comments. Number 3, revisions. Will make necessary changes based on the feedback to ensure all issues and all the addresses. And number 4, final evaluation. The project sponsor, in this case, the library director and all the key officials will conduct throughout the final evaluation. Number 5, formal approval. Each signatory will provide a formal signature acknowledging their understanding and all the agreements to the project charter. And last one is the distribution. The approved project charter will be shared with all stakeholders to ensure open communication and unified understanding for the project objectives and for the success criteria. And as a conclusion, I want to show you this project charter approval form that includes all the general information about this project, and this is very simple form that as an example has to be signed for all the important, all the key stakeholders. So the successful renovation of this library relies on careful planning, adherence to success factors, and the involvement of stakeholders through all the process. And thank you for your attention. I'm so happy to have presented you with this topic of how to develop into a project charter.